Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back. We're back from the weekend. Um, yeah, hang on one second. Let me grab my phone. Oh, close my door. We're back from the weekend. My video seems a little bit laggy, but I think we're gonna deal with it for today, just because I'm kind of limited on time right now. Take a look at why that is not working tomorrow, but I think it should be fine for today. Yeah, I guess just a little bit of an announcement. So officially, I'm back at my last semester of school. So, I guess my schedule for these sort of videos isn't going to be as maybe consistent as what it was. Like, obviously, I'm still going to be like programming every day, of course, but like, as in the time I go live, probably isn't going to be as consistent anymore. I still plan to go live at night. That's the goal every single night, but maybe sometimes it might be different. Maybe sometimes it could be during the day, depending on my like work schedule and when I have class and stuff. I work 20 hours a week on campus as a teaching assistant, and then I obviously go to school too, and then I want to have time to work on my projects, work on my classes, blah blah blah. So the goal is to do it every single night, but you know, sometimes the streams might be 3 hours, sometimes they might be 1 hour. I don't know. It's just going to change every single day. So today is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I have a meeting at 7 p.m. and currently right now it is 5:36. So the goal is I think we're going to do a couple problems, maybe 1, 2, and then maybe do a little bit of Rate My Frat, work on Rate My Frat a little bit. I did have a little bit of time over the weekend to work a little bit on Rate My Frat when I bought my laptops from my girlfriend's house. I got the state management feature working, so now like when you're logged in, you're fully logged in on the page and keeps you logged in the entire time. So that was good. It wasn't as complicated as what I thought it was going to be, but it did take me a little bit of research to kind of figure out what was going on. Aditya, what's up? Hi, dude. Good to see you. Also, another little bit of like kind of an announcement too. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stream. The thing is with me as well is that I want to stream every day and I do program every day and I will continue to do it as long as I'm here like at my house. But the thing is on a lot, like I have a trip coming up next weekend to San Francisco and I plan to record a video, post it on the channel. I'm going to do a hackathon, so that's going to be really fun, meeting a friend out there too. Me and Ethan are going out there to do a hackathon, so it's going to be a really, really fun time. And obviously, like, you know, I'm not here on the weekends either, so, well, not every single weekend, but a lot of the weekends I'm not here. I usually go visit my girlfriend now because she's moved a lot closer. She's gone back to my old university where I did my undergrad at, so I go visit her on the weekends. So, you know, so maybe there won't be as many streams on the weekends anymore as there has been like over this whole past summer, just because, you know, my schedule's changing now. I'm going back into school, I'm going to take a semester, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep grinding every single day and programming every single day. I love it. I love doing this series. It's been such an incredible journey and I want to continue it. It's just the, you know, we might not be going live at the same time every day. It could be a little bit different every day. It really just depends. So, yeah. Let me know if this is like way too laggy. I think like this camera is way too laggy. I don't know why, but I don't know. I think it's just gonna have to do for today. We are limited on time, so I do not believe that the stream is laggy though. I think it looks good from my end, but let me know if it is a little laggy. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. Is new. Bring Leetcode to your school. What the hell is this? Bring Leetcode to your school. Get Leetcode Premium annually for continued lifetime at only $119. Okay, that is definitely not for me. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at a few problems today. I guess I'll probably talk about it a little bit more in the recap. This is old. Oh, shit. Is that not a thing anymore? I haven't seen this before. Are you sure this is old? Is this what you're referring to? I'm pretty sure this was on here, dude. I don't know. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention. I don't know, but We're gonna put up our Excali drawer over here. How's your day been today, Aditya? What have you been up to, bro? Let's take a look at some of the daily problems we had missed the past couple days just from the weekend. We've been gone, so take a look. Maximum 69 number. We have this one here. Alice plays the following game, the new 21 game. Maybe we can take a look at this one too. Then they have a hard problem 24 games. So many different games, but let's take a look at a couple of problems. Maybe we're pretty limited on time. I'm also fucking exhausted. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. I had to drive back from my girlfriend's house back here at 4 o'clock in the morning, hit the gym for an hour, and then go to work. So it's been a fucking... Came back from work, tired, got up now to review my competitive programming contest. It's 4 a.m. right now. There you go, bro. That's a grind, baby. That's a grind. I gotta do a Leetcode contest, dude. I have never done one, dude. So I've been meaning to do one. It's just like it's such a weird time, bro. It's at like on Saturdays, bro. Like I'm never here on a Saturday to sit down and do a programming competition. Like anyway. Let's take a look at this problem here. What's the timing for you guys for Leetcode? Are you talking about a contest? I assume you're talking about a contest. Let's take a look. I haven't looked at it in a while. Contest. I think they're usually on Saturdays. Yeah, Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. Central. So, yeah, 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm never here on a Saturday at 9:30 p.m. I'm either doing something with friends on Saturday at 9:30. For me, it's 8 a.m. I won't wake up. Yeah, dude. This is at such a bad time for me. Like, I mean, I'm busy on a Saturday night mostly all the time. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the problems of the day that we missed. I was thinking about maybe taking a look at some of the, maybe instead of doing one of the daily problems from yesterday, maybe taking a look at some like big tech tag problems. I haven't looked at any, so maybe we can go through some just because we're running short on time. So here we go. In this problem here, we're given a positive integer num consisting only of 6 and 9. Return the maximum number you can get by changing at most one digit. 6 becomes 9 and 9 becomes 6. Changing the first digit results in... So return the maximum number you can get by changing at most one digit. 6 becomes 9 and 9 becomes 6. Okay, that's an interesting problem. It's kind of a weird problem, I'm not going to lie. But let's put on some lo-fi here. Or maybe you can run it from Spotify. No, actually, I'm feeling lo-fi today, bro. Let's do some lo-fi.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your...
How do you, Aditya, how do you go on the contest, bro? How many problems do you usually solve in the Leetcode contest? I don't know if I'd be able to solve all 4. I don't think I would be able to. I think you get 4 problems, right? I'd probably only be able to do 2, I think. I'm not that goated, so. I think from memory with the Leetcode contest, they give you an easy problem and then 2 mediums and a hard, I think, right? So maybe I might be able to do 2 or 3, but probably 2. But I think they give a 1500 level at second problem. I don't know. Haven't even done one, so anyway, we're given 9669 here as an input here. Okay, so what do we want to do? Changing the first digit results in 6669, changing the second digit results in... consisting only of digits 6 and 9. Return the maximum number you can get by changing at most one digit. 6 becomes 9 and 9 becomes 6. So we can change at most one digit. In Leetcode, I solved 2 in 15 to 30 minutes. Generally get stuck on the last 1 to 2, but didn't give a contest for a while. Yeah, that probably sounds like probably what I do. Probably something like that. Like, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't even get 2. I don't know. Maybe I only get 1. I have no idea. Change first digit results in 66696. So what are we doing here? Second digit results in 9969. The maximum number is 9969. Okay. Please give a DSA roadmap and resources from where I can learn DSA. Dude, honestly, I mean, dude, this is so cliche, bro, but... dude, honestly, I would start here, bro, out of everything. This has everything. Gives you a complete roadmap, bro. I would just begin with this, honestly. Once you've completed this, I think you honestly should be good. I think it should be a good refresher. And then you can, I don't know, just do whatever problems you want, probably. Maybe go and look at top 100 most liked or blind 75 or something. I've done all that, so I just look at random problems and ideas just for fun. I probably should go back and review some of the problems because sometimes I can't do them, but you know, I feel like that's just how it is. So what are we looking for here? Changing the first digit results in 669. Changing the second digit results in 9969. Changing the third digit results in 9699. And changing the fourth digit results in 9666. I give Codeforces generally as top companies in India require rating in these platforms. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I'm not. And videos, dude. Again, dude. Leetcode has fucking videos for everything here, bro. Look, he has a solution video for this one, whatever this problem is. Boom. Gives you the whole solution here and a video to think about it.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
I'd start with this website, bro. This is your best bet. In terms of doing Codeforces that you were talking about there, Aditya, that is definitely something I'm probably not interested in. I'm not really interested in competitive programming, but you know, plus I don't really want to get that good. Maybe I could, but I don't know. But I'm definitely, I definitely just enjoy doing a couple Leetcode problems a day. I feel like it's good. It can help you problem solving a little bit. Okay, so when I'm thinking about this problem, I'm getting too distracted here. What am I thinking about here? Well, we could... I'm thinking probably... I mean, it's an easy problem, so I'm thinking probably, you know, an n² solution would probably work here. So, you know, maybe some sort of double for loop or something, right? Starting from where we're at, right? We can have our num here. We can, again, change this value. Reset it back to whatever num is here, go again, do the next value, reset it, and then take whatever's the greatest number. That's probably what I'm thinking right now. But yeah. Maybe could you do it any faster? Trying to think what they're doing here. Changing the first digit, they get 669. So it looks like they are resetting it here. So we get 9969. They do the first digit here. Oh no, they've done 2. Wait, are we changing? Why'd they change the first 2? We had 2 9s here. Oh no, we started off. Sorry, my bad. We started off as 9669. For this question, you can think what makes a number bigger. Yeah. I'm pretty confident, I think, about solving this question right now. Trying to think here. Maybe, can we do it in O of n? I don't know, but let's just do a n² solution here. Is less than nums length. Oh, in C++ we do... shit, dude. How do I make this bigger? C++ we do nums.size. I++. We probably don't even need that. We could... we're working with an integer, so maybe we might have to loop over it. Here we can probably make int... I guess we can call this value is equal to num, right? We can work with value here. Every single time we reset the loop, we can make value equal to num, right? And then we can loop again, go from our next value here. So Starting from int j is equal to I plus 1. Start from the value in front of it. Is that what we want to do? No, actually we can probably just check. Yeah, actually no, yeah, we can probably just use one for loop, right? I mean, why am I thinking of two? We can just do an if statement here and just check. Well, if the value of the value of I is equal to I guess 6, right? There's probably gonna be some issue here, but well, we can do 9. Let's do 9. If value of 9 is equal to 6, then we can do value value I is equal to value I is equal to 6. Will this work though? Because we're working with an integer here, so probably maybe not. Maybe it might have to be, I think like this, maybe. Would we even need this? I guess we might have a break here, right? Because technically if we're looping through this, looking for 9, then we find 9. No matter what, I feel like we're making the number smaller every time, right? So really, I feel like we only need an if statement. We find a 9, we set it to 6, and we break. I feel like that's always going to be the most... Will nums.size work? Oh, I meant... maybe not. I don't know. Can you do dot size on an integer? I don't know. Can you do dot size on integer C++? I'm not sure. Probably not, maybe. You cannot. What can we do it on a fundamental type like an integer? The size method is for a vector or a string. So we might have to convert it to a string. So convert string to convert int to string, C++. I don't remember what it is. String num, there we go, right here. Let's put this right here. ToString num. I like camel case a little better. We do not need this anymore. I was overthinking the problem a little bit too much. We check if it's 9. If it is 9, we make it 6. We break. We are returning an integer here, so I believe we're going to have to return back to an integer, but how to convert string to int C++. Ooh, how do we return S2I? I remember that's what Ethan told me. Hi there. What is everyone up to? Working on this problem right now, dude. What are you up to, SquareX? Good to see you again. It's good to be back from the weekend. Back at it, doing some problems. Good stuff. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense here. I mean, thank you for pointing it out, Added. Yeah, dot size does not work on an integer. So obviously we have to convert it to a string. We check if it's 9. If it is... if the value is equal to 9... Now this should be the other way around. We're looking for a minimum here, so this should be a 9. So if we see a 6, we make it 9, we break. That's automatically always going to be the greatest number. Then we convert back to a integer, but we need a pass in string num here, not string. I believe this should pass. Sounds like we have the right stuff. We are missing something here. I believe we need string num here. We need a string. If value I is equal to 6, error use undeclared value. Okay, it's not value anymore. We need string num. String num. I don't know why we had value there. Working on one of my older projects I started when I was new to programming. It's kind of historic language. What are you working with, bro? I want to hear more, bro. What are you doing? There we go. There's our problem of the day from, I think, Saturday. Definitely a pretty straightforward problem. Let's take a look at maybe... I don't know if we can take a look at Facebook tag problems, maybe big tech, or I guess we should say probably meta, but maybe we can take a look at a study plan. What do they have on here? Google Spring 23 high frequency, TikTok, Amazon, dynamic programming, binary search, programming skills, graph theory. What's the time here? 5:54. Maybe we want to go back to my OG favorite problems. Graph problems. I fucking love graph problems, dude. They are my shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we can take a look at some... I started kind of as a joke, but I created an esoteric language with its syntax being completely written in numbers. Oh shit, dude. That's cool as fuck, dude. That is sick, man. That's cool, man. I've always thought about trying to make my own programming language. I've never really done that, so that sounds interesting though, dude. That's really cool. Yeah, maybe can we see? Actually, I'm gonna take a look before we're gonna take a look at some graph problems. If I take a look at, have I done top interview 150? Top interview 150. I have not looked at this before. Cool. Maybe this is something we can go through on stream too. Maybe a couple more problems. I do have to finish Leetcode 75. I'm one problem off finishing it, but I cannot. I remember attempting it on stream. I think I spent about an hour on it. I could not solve this problem. Domino, tromino, tiling. I could not fucking solve it, dude. It was so hard for me to solve it.
Too much work bogs you down.
Yeah, it's been a learning experience. That sounds great, dude.
AI makes
sounds really cool.
Easy to hand off routine tasks.
I'd love to see more about it, dude. Maybe you can post about it in the Discord. I'd love to hear more about it. That sounds super interesting. I want to take a look at what domino, tromino, tiling is rated on here. 1830. I fucking cannot seem to wrap my head around this problem, dude. It is so difficult for me. I think I'm going to look at it again one time on stream, because I do want to get the badge on my Leetcode profile, dude. Not going to lie, dude. I mean, I've done every single problem in Leetcode 75, so nearly 74 out of 75. Similar string groups. Union find. Man, I don't know if I want to memorize union find. Seems critical connections in a network. Maybe we take a look at this one. I think, you know what we're going to do? I think we're going to take a look at a problem I've already done and translate it into C++, because I still haven't really looked at recursion in C++. Most of my backtracking, recursion, DP problems are all in Python, so I feel like doing something different in C++ is definitely going to be interesting. So maybe what we can do is we can take a look at course schedule again. It's been a while since we solved this. I feel like this is a classic DFS problem from memory. And I mean, if you'd be interested, I could show you some examples, but most people get scared after seeing syntax XD. Dude, I would love to see its correct, dude. Honestly, that sounds really interesting. I got a task for creating a trading forecasting model. Had applied for a quant trader role, so I have to work on that. Oh wow, dude, that sounds interesting too, bro. I have big news. I mean, if you guys weren't here when I started the first minute of the stream, which probably not, I have officially started applying for jobs. Officially. So hopefully applying for jobs, landing something in January. I'm going to apply to a range of companies. I mean, I've been talking to a lot of local companies where I'm at here. Gonna take a shot at big tech too. Probably gonna get cooked on the interviews. That's if I even get an interview. But you know, I'm gonna apply to a range of companies. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully we can land something for January when I graduate here in December. Just started my fall semester here at school again, so very excited. Gonna be a good semester. I'm definitely gonna try this one time on stream. I think we did look at this before. Just for time's sake, I think we're gonna take a look at this, maybe try and convert it to C++. Anyway, let's take a look at this problem here. So we solved this a little while ago, June 14th. So it's been a couple months here, been about 2 months. So we have a total of num courses you have to take, labeled from 0 to n num courses -1. You were given an array of prerequisites where prerequisites I is equal to AI BI. Let's see what this is rated actually. Usually graph theory problems are fairly highly rated in terms of competitive programming. Not that I really care that much, but it's just interesting to look at. So I only got course schedule 4 on here, so maybe it's not as highly rated as I thought. But yeah, let's take a look at this problem. So we probably need a little bit of planning again, how we're going to solve this problem. So let's get our little Excali drawer open here. Switch this to Python. Oh, we want to reset our solution. Don't want to look at that. Anyway, so we can kind of get the thinking going, and then maybe, I guess my company recently started operation in the US. You can check if they are hiring. JuicePay, it's a fintech. Yeah, dude. I'll take a look here on my screen. My other monitor here, JuicePay. Is this your company here, bro? Oh, what the fuck happened to my screen? Whoops. What is going on here? I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Let's just close this. For some reason, yeah, it was glitched out. I don't know what happened there, but... Oh, whoops. Well, great. Now let's go back here to course schedule. All right, we'll take a look here. JuicePay, let's take a look. Global operating payment system. Maybe they have started hiring. I don't know. Let's take a look at the old LinkedIn here. Looks like they're only hiring in India, but maybe I need to take a little bit of a better look. I don't know, but I do appreciate that. Added, yeah, thank you. Let's take a look here. Num course. Need to open this back up again. Let's move over here. Open Excali drawer. Excalidraw.com. Okay. Okay. So we're given a total of num courses you have to take, labeled from 0 to num courses -1. You're given a prerequisites where prerequisites I is AI BI. In the case that you must take course BI first if you want to take course AI. For example, the pair 0, 1 indicates that to take course 0, you have to first take course 1. Return true if you finish all courses, otherwise return false. So pretty much I think what we're looking for here is really one thing I think about in these sort of graph problems is I think about, okay, most of the time it requires a adjacency list here. And that is why I love graph problems, because a lot of the time they're kind of the same thing. So really what we're going to do here is we're going to build an adjacency list, right? And then 2, I feel like what we're looking for here indicates that you must take course BI if you want to take course AI. I feel like what that instantly gives away is that we are looking to detect cycles here, right? So usually when I think of detecting cycles, I mean, you can probably do it either like BFS or DFS, but I usually think about a DFS way to solve this. I'd probably be most comfortable solving it in a DFS way, But I think the goal, what we want to do here is build our adjacency list here. So I think we're going to build a little helper function here in Python to build an adjacency list. And then we will translate this to C++. Now to think about, when I start not doing Python, I fucking cannot remember how to do the syntax. So maybe what we can do here is we can go. Have you heard of topological sort? Yes, I have, but I'd have to take a look at it. Topological sort, Python. I have heard of it. Again, I'm not a pro competitive programming, but I am. Topological sort applies to directed acyclic graphs, DAGs. What's node set for every directed edge? UV node U comes before node V. I just have to give myself a refresher about this. Type of graph when nodes or vertices are connected by directed edges. Okay, there are no cycles. Pass returns to the same node. Have you memorized topological sort, Aditya? I haven't bothered really memorizing anything, to be honest, but maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I should. I don't know. I just feel like it's not really like generally useful to probably memorize it. You know. I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So I guess what we want to take in here is we probably want to take in our prerequisites here, right? So let's call this edges here. So we have our adjacency list here. We can have our little function here that calls it. So we can start off with a graph here is equal to adjacency list. We want to pass in our prerequisites because that is our graph here. What do we want to do now? Well, call our function here. Fuck, man, it feels so weird going between C++ and Python, dude. Oh my god.
And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance.
Let's think here. How do we want to do this? Well, we probably want to loop over, right? So for edge in edges, right? What do we want to look at? Well, what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with these two, right? So we're looking at we want to design our adjacency list here where we're storing, you're given an array of prerequisites where prerequisites I is equal to AI BI indicates you must take course BI if you want to take course AI. Case that you must take course BI first if you want to take course AI. So really what we need is BI then AI. So this should return true. This one should be false because this one to take this one, then yeah, that wouldn't work, right? So it would give us, we get a loop here, right? So I guess what we want to begin with would be, okay, for edge and edges, we want to do, well, AB is equal to edge, right? What do we do? We want to check if it's in here, right? So we probably want to initialize our hash map here. So I guess we can call it, how do we initialize a hash map here? Like this, right? We want to check, okay, well, if graph A not in, sorry, not graph, we want, probably don't even need to pass anything in here, right? I mean, I don't even think we need to pass in edges here because we can access it from out here, but anyway, who cares? We'll just do this. If edge is A not in graph, then what do we want to do? We want to do, okay, so graph A is equal to this. We want another if for the opposite, right? On graph B is equal to this. And then we want to simply just add, right? So when we add, we would want to go, okay, well, graph A dot append B. Oh, we want, sorry, graph B or Pand A. It's probably what we would want, right? Maybe we wouldn't even want another if statement here. Pulp, dude, what's up? Hi, how you doing, dude? Maybe we probably only want to work with B here, right? Potentially. I'm thinking. Let's see what it gives us, right? And I believe we're calling our function out here, right? So maybe we want to just print our graph, right? We didn't return here, so we want to return our graph from this function here. Let's see what we get. Unhashable type list. Unhashable. Good. How was your weekend? It was good, man. How was my weekend? What did I do? Spent a lot of time with my girlfriend. Just hanging out. Went to see a couple college friends back in the day. Went out one night to the bars. It was fun. Worked a little bit on Rate My Frat. My girlfriend works at Starbucks, so while she was working at Starbucks, I was working on Rate My Frat for a little bit. Watched some movies, got some hella good food, hung out with some of our friends, just chilled, man. It was good. Got back this morning. It's been a long fucking day. I woke up at 4 a.m. Went to the gym like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm pretty exhausted, but yeah, it was a good day overall, dude. So thanks for asking, man. How was your weekend, bro? Adidia says, does your whole family live in the US? No, my sister is here, but my parents are both back in Australia. So I'm here with just my sister. So anyway, let's take a look at this. We have our graph here. I think we need... Yeah, bro, good thing. Changing routine a bit. Yeah, dude. It's definitely going to be tough to record these streams here on the weekends, man, because I'm probably not going to be here a lot of these weekends here in the fall semester because I'm going back to school. So probably most likely just going to stream during the week, I think. Probably Monday through Friday is the goal. Because I'm literally not going to be on my computer on the weekend, so it's not like I can actually record a video, but you know, I always record videos when I'm here in town, so yeah. Anyway, we're getting an unhashable type list here. If edges be not in graph, maybe we need to reference no. I think it prerequisites here, maybe. Right? Is that gonna fix our issue, or is graph our issue here? Unhashable type list if prerequisites be not in graph. If graph be not in graph, if prerequisites be not in graph, we create it, and then we append. So maybe we don't need this, actually. We have B here. What am I doing? I feel like we can just do if B not in graph. Okay, there you go. That was my issue. So it looks like that works there. What we got here? We got 0, 1, 1, 0. So that looks good.
Brought to you by Rogue.
Ad, yeah. So, okay. I think here, what we want to do here is... Well, we want DFS, right? So I think what we're going to need to do here is we're going to have to create a visited set, right? Visited is equal to set. We're going to need, I guess probably a DFS function here, right? So def DFS, passing in whatever, right? Need a visited set. Maybe like, what do we want to do? Probably, I have some delay. Don't know why. My weekend was fine. Didn't do much. Dude, you're chilling, Pop. You're chilling. I think I have like 30-second delay, dude. I'm not sure, but that's good, dude. That's good. Seems pretty relaxing, bro. Trying to think here, guys, what I should do here. I feel like we want to begin here. I don't feel like we need a loop over. I feel like what we need to begin with is we just begin with DFS 0, right? Index 0, right? Then we want to pass in probably our visited set. Maybe like... maybe a path, right? So the current path that we're looking at, that being a set 2, right? So I guess we would pass in a set, a refresh set, created when we call the function. Then trying to think of other things here. It's been a while since we've done graph problems. I feel like you get a little rusty. Probably a set. I'm not sure. Maybe that's it for now. Right, so here we can call it, I guess, our node, our visited, and we can call this our path, right? So again, we want to start everything with our base cases here, right? So what do we want to think about? Well, if the current path that we're looking at, right? So if node in path, what do we want to do? We just want to instantly return false, right? I guess we'll leave that for now. When we think of the recursive part of this, we probably want to loop, right? So we probably want to go, okay, well, for neighbor in graph node, right? Then we want to check, okay, well, if do we want an if statement here, though? I don't know. Guess we got to think about it here, right? If neighbor in graph node, if neighbor. Guess I'm a little rusty, dude. I'm not gonna lie. A little rusty. Maybe we can leave this for now. Let's do if not, if neighbor, not, no, if not neighbor, we can call proper adjacency list, print our graph, visited. We call our DFS function here, starting from index 0, right? So looking at the 0th element here. Visited is equal to set. Def DFS node visited path. If node in path, we return false. Probably want to add our path, path.add. at our current node that we're looking at. For a neighbor in graph node. The week I got my laptop changed from my company, had an Intel MacBook 2019 before, and now M4 MacBook. That is the only interesting thing that happened other than failing my Uber online test. Ah, shit, man. Sorry about failing your online. You're away for Uber, dude. That sucks, dude. I gotta start looking at some of those roles. Hopefully they have some cool ones open. Don't worry, bro. I'd probably fail it too, though, low-key. Like, shit's tough, bro. Maybe, if not, DFS. Neighbor. I got a new tech thing too. Sent a picture in the IRL channel. Alright, bro. I'll take a look in a second. Visited and path. I guess we just want to return false, right? Otherwise, right? If we've gone through the neighbor, then we can do visited.add node. So I feel like I'm missing something here, guys. So this represents fully explored, right? Maybe we do want to loop, actually, right? Maybe we do want to loop because we're going to loop, right? For node in range length prereqs, right? Prereq wizards. How many hours you practice Leetcode daily? I don't know, dude. Probably like an hour, bro. Not much. I usually do an hour and then work on projects and stuff like that. Stuff I'm working on personally. I feel like it. Yeah, I believe it's good to just work on a problem a day. Couple problems. You know, keep your craft up, bro. So here we would pass in node, visited, set. Here we would want to check, okay, well, if node not in visited, then we call it. Right? I feel like we're probably gonna need. So if node not in visited. So if it's not fully. So if it is. If it's not fully explored yet, then we can call it. I don't know if this is necessary though, honestly, but maybe. I feel like I'm doing a lot of ifs here. I feel like this is not needed. Return false. Otherwise, we return true, right? So we loop through everything. Shit, but we have it tuple here, or an array inside of an array, so we got to work with that. We want to pass in B, right? To take course 1, you should have finished course 0. Right, so... I guess AB is equal to node. If not... If B not visited, if not DFS visited, guess we pass in B here. Return false, return true. DFS, if node in path, return false. Path.add node for neighboring graph node. If not DFS, we return false. Where are you gonna start the DFS from? I mean, which node? The first tier, bro. The first node there is. Why is there a New Zealand flag behind you? It's an Australian flag. I'm from Australia. I live in the US though, but I'm from Australia. And then Aditya, when you said, where do I start the DFS from? Starting it from our first element here. I have a loop here because I'm not sure if I maybe need to loop over extra nodes. Let's look at the example here. There are total levels. Maybe we don't need to actually. I don't know. Maybe this is not necessary. I don't know. I feel like it'll pass either way, but I don't know if maybe this isn't necessary. Maybe we can just start it off just, you know, by itself, but who cares? I guess we'll figure that out later. First, I got my DFS functions kind of fucked up. I don't know what is wrong here. Let's see what we're working with here. Cannot impact non-real int object. You should start templating standard way. The way you write DFS or BFS helps avoid mistakes. Yes, that is very true. Recursive DFS is definitely tough, dude. It's been a while too, so. So I believe here, if node. You have a master's degree in CS? Wow. I don't, not yet. After this semester, I will. I'm graduating in December. Pretty excited. If node in visited, maybe we return true. Alright, so it is here, we return true. I feel like then we probably got to backtrack, right? So backtrack, we would go path.remove node. If not DFS, we return false, we exit the function. I just think this is obviously wrong. Um, 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 um. EV is equal to node, not envisaged. If not, DFS. Term false. We can get rid of that if, I think. Term false, otherwise we return true. Let's see what this gives us. Syntax error in Python. It's not defined. Whoops. Node. Oh, bro. Leetcode nerfing me, bro. Key error 1. We want to use our graph, right? No. For neighbor in graph node. No, we want for neighbor in graph. That's why we're getting a key error. We're looking at the values. Okay. Range length graph. If not. Oh wait, no, sorry. We want that. I was looking at the wrong thing. For node. God, man, when I'm switching between languages, it really fucks with me, dude. 0. Print node. Not DFS node. For neighbor in graph node. We're getting a key error here. Why? Why are we getting a key error here, bro? I have no idea why. Path.add node, recursive, for neighbor in graph node. Why are we getting... This should exist. Why am I getting a key error here, bro? I don't know why, dude. Oh my god. You don't know why? I'm still thinking about the edge cases where your DFS would fail for this question. Yeah, probably, dude. Probably. What would those edge cases be at it? Yeah. Because I'm not sure. I am a little tired. Maybe I'm fucking something up here. Node in path, return false. If node in visit, we return true. These are two base cases. So if the node we've currently looked at, we return true, we add the node because it's fully discovered, right? Path.add node. Looking at our current thing. Man, this reminds me of when I worked with custom tinker and all the errors are in the lines that didn't have to do with anything with the actual error. Yeah, dude, probably, man. That's driving me insane. For neighbor in graph node. This should exist, bro. Why am I getting a key error here? Oh, I think I know why I'm getting a key error. I think I need to add this. I think this is why I'm getting the key error. Bro, am I 200 IQ or what, bro? Oh my gosh, dude. That is fire, bro. That is fire. We're still fucking it up, but hey, that was pretty solid. Okay, so we fixed that issue. So here we're outputting false, but we should output true here. We are looping for node and range length graph. We print the node. If not DFS, we return false. Otherwise, we return true. So somehow we are returning false here. If we get through all of the nodes, we remove the path because we're not looking at that path anymore. We're backtracking here. The node's fully explored. We can add it to our visited. Maybe it's because we need to return true here. We're never actually returning true. Alright, this is where we return false. We return true here. Oh my gosh, dude. Nope. Nope. I was about to start fucking celebrating, bro. Getting another key error, bro. This time, what is our key error? 01. Key error 2. For neighboring graph node. We call DFS on the neighbor, but there is no neighbors. There is no neighbors. So what do we do? I do not know. Does anyone know why I'm getting another key error? Because I am not sure here. I'm getting it on the most stupid test case ever. 0, 1, 2. Guys, I'm not sure. I'm lost. I think I'm officially cooked. I'm cooked. No, I'm not. For neighbor in graph node. For not DFS neighbor visited path, return false. Path.remove node. Visited.add node. Return true. We're getting a key error here. I don't know what key error 2 means. Low key. What does this mean? What does... Key error 2 means that your code tried to access a key 2 in a dictionary, but that key didn't exist. But really, it should exist. Why? If B not in graph, if A not in graph, add. Turn graph. Can you try this? 0, 1, 2, 0. This should give true. You want me to try a test case, bro? I'm happy to try a test case. How do I create a test case, though? How can I create a test case? Contribute a test case? I don't think that's... Or do I just type it in? Can I do that? Nope. Yo, Ethan, what's up, bro? I think what I'm gonna try here is I'm gonna try and convert this to a default dictionary in Python. I believe this works. From collections, import default dict. I think that's how you do it. From collections, import default dict. Yeah. Okay. So I did get that right. Default dick. I believe we pass in a list here. Maybe this might fix it. Will this fix our key error? Oh my gosh, dude. They literally fixed it, but we're not passing by one test case. I fixed our key error. But I don't know. 2, 3. We should get false. We are returning true though. I don't know why we're not passing this test case. 4. Of course is 4. Oh my god, bro, this pissed me off, dude. I'm literally so tired, dude. I'm why am I not passing the other test cases? What is my issue, dude? I am sick of this. This loop only goes over the number of keys in your route, actually not all num courses. Is that all my issue is, dude? Oh my god, dude. This is where I fucked up. This was my issue. Dude. There we go. That was my issue. I do want to take a look at the C++ solution here. This is something that I do want to go over. So maybe we can take a look at that. But before, I'd like to show off a little bit what I did yesterday on Rate My Frat. Let's pull our most recent changes from my laptop. I can run it. Okay, so I am signed in for some reason. I don't know why I'm signed in. What is this? This is Rate My Frat, dude. This is what I'm working on. So I implemented the sign in feature here, so now we can fully sign in, right? We can go across whatever, right? Go to maybe the blog, right? I mean, we're gonna have a blog here, but I haven't really done that yet. Go to all schools. We've got 4 schools here. You know, we got our search functionality working, right? Pretty neat, pretty neat. Now I think I want to do the school pages, right? So you click on the university right now, it doesn't really go anywhere, but you know, that's something that I want to implement next. Something I'm gonna have to research a little bit. I was gonna do it on stream, but I have my meeting here in 18 minutes, so I think I just kind of wanted to show it off. Oh shit, dude. Just kind of wanted to show it off that this actually wasn't too bad to implement. It was something a little frustrating, but I did end up implementing it, so it did work. We will sign out. Just wanted to kind of show off that a little bit. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, let's take a look at this C++ solution because we only have about 10 minutes. Okay. C++ solution. I have never done a recursive problem in C++, so is interesting. Would it be any different? Probably not. So we build our adjacency list here. They don't do it with a helper function. They just do it kind of within the function here. Int A is equal to edge 0. Int B is equal to edge 1. And we push back. Makes sense. We create 2 sets here for our visit and our path, like what we did, right? Visited for fully processed nodes and path for our stack, right? Then we have our helper function here. I'm not familiar with what this does here. Not familiar with that syntax there, but let's kind of walk through it with the time that we have, right? Let me see here, right? Probably want to private here. We want, I guess we'd probably want to initialize here, right? So it's named DFS. Is that what that does? Unordered map or unordered set. The difference between unordered. We want a unordered set here, type integer. The visited part, we want a unordered set of integers for our path, right? What else do we want here? We want a unordered map of integer. Wait, what did we store in the other one? We stored a list, so we probably want a vector of an integer. I believe that's how we do it. We call this graph, right? What is this? Using names. I can't remember what this fucking thing was. Using std namespace. What is it? I don't. Using namespace std. Okay, that's what it is. Don't have to do std, right? Come in here. We. Oh, Jesus, dude. Put this back. Okay. Let's think here. Maybe we can do something a little different, right? In Leetcoding, using namespace is done automatically for you. Oh shit, is it? I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know that. I actually did not know that. So. So really, inside of here, I'm trying to think here. What do we call it down here? We call it adjacency list. So I guess we can do adjacency list. We just want to pass in our, I guess, edges, right? Just calling the function here.
Fall is fast approaching. Shop end-of-season outdoor deals at Ashley during the Labor Day sale, where you'll find outdoor favorites marked down at prices you won't believe. Shop.
Okay, so let's think about this. I can't remember what you said, Ethan, but is it... I don't remember how you laid out, but... void adjacency list. What do we want to pass in here? We want our... we probably want to pass in our prerequisites. Why is this green? We have to set this. You're ending the stream after this? Yeah, for today, bro. It's gonna be a little bit of a quicker stream. I have a meeting here in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna work on this for 5 minutes. Then I gotta make dinner. I'm pretty exhausted from the day. Maybe work a little bit on my C++ project. Probably go to bed, dude. Brian Hernandez Moro. Hey, what's up? Hope you're having a great evening, dude. Thank you, bro. I hope you are too, dude. Appreciate that. So I believe that's all we need. We have a reference to our prerequisites. Let's try and get this function going here. Okay, so how do we do it in Python? Well, it's kind of loud, dude. Okay. How do we do it in our Python here? Well, we looped over our edges, right? So I guess we can do for int I is equal to 0, I is less than prerequisites dot size I plus, right? We loop through. I believe in C++ we can't do what we can do in Python. In Python we can go like this, right? What we did over here, but I believe we have to do it separately. So I think we would go like A is equal to prerequisites shit, dude, how would we do this plot? Maybe this wouldn't work. Maybe I think we need it like this. For auto reference. For auto reference. Edge in prerequisites. Right. Inside of prerequisites, then this is where we do the auto edge. So it's automatically gonna know it's a tuple here. Or sorry, a vector inside a vector here. Sorry, not a tuple. What would we go? Like A is equal to like edge 1? Does that work, dude? I don't know. Like, does this work? Okay, then I will get going. We'll try joining again this week. Thank you, Added. Yeah, good to see you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by for the stream, dude. For auto reference edge in prerequisites, A is equal to. I believe that works. I think. So that's what we're doing here. We don't need this, right? I mean, we had a default dict here, but automatically in C++, you don't need that. So I believe. Well, we can just add probably. Maybe we do want that though. Graph B dot append. In C++ is push back, right? Push back A. I believe we can still reference this from inside here. We don't have to pass it in as a variable. So Auto reference edge in versus AB is equal to edge 0, B is equal to edge 1. We push that. Let's come over here and print it here. So sorry, how did I lay out what out exactly? Remember in your private section you were telling me like do variables first, then functions, then whatever, like how you know what I'm talking about, that sort of stuff. I'm gonna jump off here though, guys. I gotta end the stream. Got 5 minutes till my meeting and I gotta join it, so appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna finish this problem today. We're gonna keep doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a longer stream, probably, you know, like usual 2 or 3 hours. We're gonna work on the project on stream tomorrow, and we're gonna do a couple more Leetcoding problems. So appreciate you guys hanging around. Sorry for the quick stream today, and we're back from the weekend, so gonna continue to grind it out this week. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace, guys. I will